Hello, beautiful soul. This is a message to you to watch out for what triggers you. A trigger is something that really upsets you. It is an activity or maybe a comment or something that someone else has done or said that has really, really upset you. It has gone to your core and it has really invoked a negative emotion from you. Dear beautiful soul, this is a message to say that a trigger is something that stimulates or activates a wound that you already have, and that wound is calling out to you to be addressed and healed. We often suppress traumatic events or emotions that we are too uncomfortable to address and other feelings that we just don't want to feel. We push these things deep inside ourselves until they become toxic and eventually start demanding our attention. If we don't address these suppressed emotions, feelings, or do not address our traumas, they may inadvertently self-sabotage us. When someone else does or says something that speaks to one of our wounds, we may feel uncomfortable because our wound is being stimulated or speaking back to us by calling out to be addressed. What that person has said or done is not meant to harm you, but to help you. In fact, we are called to be grateful for those who trigger us because on a soul level, they have helped us to agree with our healing. Our suppressed wounds cannot lie dormant forever. They must be addressed or they will harm us in our lives. Therefore, when we are triggered, what we are actually being called to do is to release that part of us which is suffering. For example, if someone says something to you that makes you feel really uncomfortable, it is not that person who is making you feel uncomfortable, but the wound. Therefore, you are called to do deep inner work, almost an excavation if there is some childhood or even teenage trauma. Look within yourself. Move forward, release. Do not overthink or judge the emotion. All that has been asked of you is to release. Sometimes you may be called to process, but do not hold on to what no longer serves you. Other examples of behavior that triggers us is when we have a spiritual path or journey or destiny that is being unfulfilled, and we see other people who are fulfilling their destinies or spiritual path. This holds a mirror to us. Their behavior is inspiring us to do similar. However, we may not interpret their behavior as inspiration, but rather something that triggers a dormant desire or dormant spiritual calling that is now being called to rise up and be expressed. Dear beautiful soul, it is difficult, but we must force ourselves to look within ourselves and be who we truly are. Feel what we need to feel and release what we need to release. Sometimes we may have unarticulated emotions, especially from in our early childhood, that we may not even remember experiencing, or we may not have had the words at the time to identify and express. But we've been called now to process these feelings and emotions. We are being called now to look deep within ourselves. Whenever something upsets us, we are being asked to take the higher perspective and ask, why is this really upsetting me? This person who exhibits the act or behavior is not doing it to irritate us, but they're doing it to help us heal, to help us move forward and to release what no longer serves us, so we can live our most beautiful and higher purpose and joyful state of being, and of course our best lives and our highest timeline possible. We are being called to examine the uncomfortable emotions and of course to move forward. Therefore, send love and gratitude to all those who make you feel uncomfortable. But this discomfort is not in the sense of danger. That is a different conversation. If someone is raising your intuitive danger signals, then that needs to be addressed. But if someone is making you feel emotions that you have long suppressed or tried to hide, then have that conversation with yourself. Have that conversation with your body and take the steps to move forward and release. This may not be something that is done overnight, and this may also be something that you may need assistance with. Contact a psychologist, a therapist, or even a spiritual healer and help move out the stuck energies and emotions. You are loved and supported and guided by the universe always. Much love to you.